Okay, next up we have a release from 1988 in Mastertronic packaging called Night Racer. Let's load it up. So then, here's the cover of Night Racer, and it's a Mastertronic one obviously, and it's got the black and white logo up the side, and it's got a car racing at night, which seems pretty straightforward given the name of the game. And on the spine, this is one of these annoying ones, annoying spine where the words are the wrong way up on the spine compared to all the other ones. Very annoying. And on the back we've got some screenshots, all of which are, well, a car driving at night, funnily enough, and also some info about the game: a fast and furious rally through the forests of Central Europe. Fair enough. So inside the inlay we go, and very detailed description of what you've got to do in the game, which obviously is drive the car through the night time. And it's got some loading instructions and some controls. Fire to accelerate, up to change upper gear, no, down to change upper gear, and up to change down a gear. Well, isn't that confusing? See how that works out when we're actually playing the game. And that's it. There's no foreign language instructions, there's no other text on the inside at all, it's just white. Right, so here's the game itself. No title screen at all, it just loads up and you see this screen straight away, which asks you to type your name in. Got some decent enough SID music in the background, as you can hear. So let's get on with the game. So I'll just get going and then I'll start talking. We've got the racetrack in the dark, which is a very cunning way of not having to draw much in the way of graphics on the sides of the screen, although it's quite atmospheric, I'll give it that. The car's a nondescript sports car looking thing, and obviously all the opposition cars are also nondescript sports car looking things, just in green or yellow. The yellow one that I just went past is the sort of target car, if you like. If you beat it to the checkpoint then you get a bonus of some kind. There's various dials at the bottom of the screen which don't tend to do a lot. Controls pretty easy, it's fire button to accelerate, which I like, always a fan of that choice on a joystick. Down goes up a gear and up goes down a gear, and that's the end of the first section, and set a new record there for that first section, and the big white border indicates that I beat the computer controlled car. The music comes back on, and at the end of the first stage you get a breakdown of your performance. As you can see, I've got my record there on the screen. Susie seems to be the one to beat on all of these, whoever that is. Probably the programmer's girlfriend or something. So, and on we go to the next one, which is more of the same really. And this is pretty much the point at which I'll never catch the yellow car, by the way. So, off we go down the racetrack again. The only thing to note with the dials is that the one on the left has like a red quadrant in it. When that starts flashing, you've got a limited amount of time to get to the checkpoint, otherwise your car blows up, which seems a little bit unfair, but I suppose that's how they weed out the poor competitors in the race. So graphically it's alright, you know, it's a typical racing game with the red and white sort of striped effect to show the illusion of speed, which is quite fast. Gear changing is a bit pointless. Very rarely you have to drop below 4th gear once you get going, unless you run into the back of the car. There's no way to Ooh, I've actually reached the yellow one again here. Oh, he's gone again. I've actually forgot what I was saying. What was I saying? I don't know. Oh, right, so the red thing's flashing now, but there's the checkpoint, so I managed to get there, okay. Oh, there's a map in the bottom left corner. Can't make head and tail of that. It's a tiny little thing, so I just ignore that. So that was the end of the second stage. And while that's just tinkling along with the music, I'll try and remember what I was going to say for when I start the next stage. Okay, let's go. I haven't really remembered, but I think it was about the illusion of speed with the white and red stripes down the side, which create a reasonable illusion of speed. What more to say about it? It's got some typical driving game sounds, revving engine and all that kind of thing, and screeching when you run into the sides of the track, which are pretty much run of the mill. Let's see if I can catch that yellow car. Probably not with this performance. As you can see, the dial with the red bit on, it hasn't reset, so I've only got half the time I had last time to get to the checkpoint when that thing starts flashing. I believe the other dials are trying to tell you how much time you've got left to complete the stage, but I haven't really been able to work those out either. So it does the job quite well. It's a decent enough racing game. It's better than Outrun on the Commodore 64, for example, I would say. The only other racing game of this type that I can think of that was done by Mastertronic was the Formula 1 simulator, and it's better than that in that at least you can tell where each stage starts and finishes. Yeah, it's not a bad game. For a $1.99 release, I think you get your money's worth. There's always something to aim for, which is to finish the stage and drive as fast as you can and make as few mistakes as you can, so it's not bad. It's probably one of the better games I've played recently, because some of the games I've been playing at the moment have been very mediocre. Oh, I just made the checkpoint in time there. I've got next to no time left. Yes, that wasn't very good, but I'll carry on going. See how far I can get. Probably not to the end. There's just no way to keep pace with this yellow car now. It just vanishes off into the distance, and that's pretty much the last you'll see of it. It is quite hard to do the cornering on this game. You do just sort of drift into the corners very easily, and of course there's always a competing car in your way when you're trying to straighten up when you come out of the turns as well. It's a very, very windy road. I don't know what part of Europe this is supposed to be, but I wouldn't fancy driving it myself. So presentation wise, it looks pretty nice. The end of stage things are very good, but why it hasn't got any kind of title screen is a bit peculiar. I'll just keep trundling away and see how far I get. I just keep feeling like I want to put it up another gear. I don't know quite why you've got a sports car with only 4 gears, I don't know. The cars themselves look a bit naff as well. Bit of variety in the cars might have been nice. And obviously not a great amount of the screen actually holds the action. Probably only half the screen's got any action in it. Oh, that's disastrous. I've got no idea how much further I've got to go. This feels like I'm driving the whole course over again on this stage. It's very long compared to the other 2 stages, let's put it that way. I fear the worst. No, I'm never going to get past that. Oh, there we go, and the car's blown up. Not looking too happy, waving his arm out the side of it there. And that's your lot basically. That's the game. Not bad. Worth $1.99 I think, although it's not got much depth or replayability once you actually manage to complete it, which I haven't managed to do yet. So that's your lot really. That's Night Racer, racing off into the night.